Hello and welcome to a new game of Spirit Island. Today we are playing River against Scotland. So let's get started with that. We are playing Scotland 6 and I think everyone remembers how Scotland works, so let's not go through that again. So let's just get right into it. Start game.
Initial explore. Mountains. Turn 1. Grow phase.
So my plan for this matchup is to get massive flooding running together with flash floods. And that combo can take care of 2 cities. And that is what we have here. And it is rather important to get rid of those. So that is my plan. So how do I do that? Well, I will go towards reclaim 1 and then for 4. Because that is what is needed. And that is the basic river opening, basically. But where do I want the presence placed then? We are kind of in an awkward start here in the corner, where we are not reaching anything. Kind of want to prevent that ravage here. But how can we get there? The only way is to do this, go through land 7, but then he will ravage here. We could set up a counter-attack here, maybe. If we play River's Bounty, move in some Dahan, and then he can build a city. We can wash away those. But we cannot play massive flooding here, because we do not have a sacred site. Let's do this. We put it here.
Play powers.
And we play River's Bounty and Wash Away.
Fast powers. Build. Mountains. Explore. Sands.
And he gets a town here in the coast, of course, because he is Scotland.
Slow powers.
So we have Wash Away now, so we can remove those here. So where do we want to play massive flooding? I think we have an excellent candidate for that. We have this explorer that wants to build, but we don't want that. So let's move in here and let's wash him away here, I think. So now we can gather into the Han, get 1 energy, and then we can kill that city in the ravage.
Turn 2. Grow phase.
So we want to add 2 more presence here, get to reclaim 1 so that we can play 3 cards, and we can reclaim 1 of these. And I'm probably going to reclaim River's Bounty, because that is only what I have energy for. But I want to play Flash Floods here to get rid of that ravage. And so the question is, where do I want to place the other presence? I think we'll build another sacred site.
Play powers.
So we will reclaim this 1 River's Bounty and play these 3.
Fast powers.
This town is gone, and Boon Vigor gives us 1 energy.
Event.
Healthy Island, Urban Development. During the next normal ravage, each city does +2 damage. So that didn't go according to plan. Now he will kill my Dahans. Well, one will survive. But that is not enough to kill off that city. Oh well, okay, and then what do we have? Lingering plagues. On each board, add 1 disease. Ignore disease during builds this invader phase. So we can add a disease somewhere. I think it might be good to put it in the coast. Let's add it here. We always want to prevent those coastal cities and other stuff that can make us lose. And what else? Fears mean 1 fear per land with invaders where the Han outnumber buildings. We have that here, and we have it here, so that should be 2 fear.
Ravage. Mountains.
So this one will die without problems, but here we have a bit of a situation. He will do 5 damage now. That is 2 the Han dead, and we have a blight, and our presence is gone, and the counterattack only do 2 damage. Yeah. And then we have exports fuel, and that's another town here.
Build. Sands.
So we have a build here, we'll remove that disease. Well, actually no, because we have lingering plagues here. Ignore the diseases during builds, I forgot about that. So it should be a town here. And here we have no build.
Explore. Sands.
So we have another sands. And that seems like that could be bad news. He will ravage here twice in a row. And I don't think we have time to do something about that. How can we do that? I don't think so. We are 1 turn slow for this. So let's we have stage 2 escalation. We will add 1 town in an empty land somewhere, maybe in the corner here. And then he will explore, and that means a town because he is Scotland, and then explorer here.
Slow powers.
So we do have this innate, so that means we can kill that city at least. We probably should do that. And we can also push him, and I think I want to do that. Maybe we push him here. So that means we have some lands clear, at least. We only have this explorer to think about. And then we have River's Bounty. We should probably push in some Dahan here then. Let's do that. 1 energy.
Turn 3. Grow phase.
So we have a problem here. He will ravage now, and then he will ravage again. And we don't have time to do something about that. So we probably need to fish for a major, because this is a huge problem because of runoff and bilge water. That is 2 blight first, and then ravage again. That's 3 more blight. That's 5 blight. So either we try to wash them away and find some defense, or we go for a major. Well, either way we need to find a minor here first, because we cannot take a major and throw away one of these. That is a no-no. We need them. So let's get the minor first. We did get a defend card. We could possibly put the presence in there and defend, and then wash away. We could reclaim this one and wash them away and defend. I mean, they will. That is not good for this turn, but we could wash away this turn and then defend next turn. But then he will kill my presence. So that doesn't work. So I need probably to think like, okay, I'm going to get a minor here, but I'm probably going to throw this away and exchange it for a major next turn when I reclaim. So whatever I get here is just for this turn. I'm going to play it this turn, but then not keeping it probably. So all of these are the fan cards, and I cannot really use them. So I probably will get Gift of Power. Yeah. Because then I can get another minor power and then I can throw away one of them.
Play powers.
Well, I should also place a presence. Forgot about that. But let's not forget that. It's kind of important. So let's add it here maybe.
Play powers.
So next turn I can do my combo, but that is not until the slow phase next turn, and that is 2 Ravages that is coming here. So I have a reclaim, so I will play a Gift of Power and something else. Now if we are going to find a major, we probably need energy, but I also kind of want to kill this one, but only Flash Floods can do that. Because he will build here and then explore. Would be nice to remove that one. Can I afford it though? Because that's 2 energy and I have only 1 energy left. I reclaim, I have 3 energy. That is enough to play the combo, but nothing else. If I get a good major, I probably want some energy for that. So I think I'm going to take River's Bounty here to get another energy, and then I don't have 2 energy I don't use this 2 energy, so that should mean I have plenty of energy for next turn. Yeah, let's do this.
Fast powers.
So I have no fast powers, so let's see the event.
Event.
Sprawl contained by the wilds. Add 1 wilds to a land without invaders. That is going to be on the coast, I think, because that's where Scotland is dangerous. And build in the land with the most buildings is definitely here. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among land with beast and lay ambushes. During Ravage, the hand deal damage at the same time as the invaders. That doesn't matter.
Fear.
Isolation. Fear level 1. Each player removes 1 explorer town from a land where it is the only invader. That took care of this little problem here. Excellent. I mean, we could also remove this one, but yeah, this will take care of that build. And that can take care of an explorer. And also adjacent Ravage buildings and stuff like that.
Ravage. Sands.
So we have the Ravage here. And that means we get a blighted island. Memory fades to dust. At the start of each invader phase, each spirit forgets a power or destroys 1 of their presence. So this is kind of a good blighted card, I think, because we have the option. It's always nice to have an option. And it is 4 blight, which means we can survive another blight here, another Ravage. Although it will be just barely. But okay, let's move on.
Build. Sands.
So there will be a build here. And didn't we have a disease here? I guess it was removed in the event. Yeah, build in the land with the most buildings. So that means we have a new city here. And then, yeah, that's unfortunate. We have 3 cities we have to deal with here. And no build here.
Explore. Jungles.
So we have an explorer and that eats up the wilds, and we have an explorer here, and then we have an escalation, and that means we have to put a town somewhere in an empty land. I think we can put it here.
Slow powers.
So we have our slow powers, and let's start with looking at our minor power and see what that is. So we have some interesting powers here. We have some push, some Tahan. We have Destroy and explore, that's probably not what I need. This could be useful if I'm getting a major power. And that major power is 0 range. That could be useful. Push could be useful to push something into the massive flood. The Han could also be useful, of course. The Han is always useful. But I think we kind of need to think about what is going to happen next turn, and that is getting a major, and this could be useful there. So let's take that one. And then we have one push and the Han. For the push, I think I will put this one in here so that he does not explore. And this is just a dead town, because massive flooding is coming for you. And then we have River's Bounty. Where do we want to play this one? Well, he's going to build a city here, and then he's going to ravage eventually. So we might want to build up an army of the Han there. So let's do that, and that's my turn, and then go to next turn.
Turn 4. Grow phase.
So we are going to reclaim now, and we are going to get a major power here. We have quite a lot of energy, and we might find something interesting. We have Unleash a Torrent of the Self's Own Essence. That is quite a good power. It is cheap, and we can get energy from it. It has our elements, water and sun. We could swap one of these for it, and for example, Boon of Vigor, this gives 1 energy. This can give a lot of energy, and we can forget cards, and we can get more cards with this one, for example. Yeah, so this deals can deal a lot of damage. Good finisher. It is fast power. Very powerful card. But can we use it here though? It is not that powerful. It is kind of slow. We need to get energy first. But this could be a way to gain energy for another major power. And we can use it together with our combo. So that is a good card. What do we have else? Transform to a Murderous Darkness. That is, we use it on a sacred site, and we get to some Badlands, and we can do some damage in a land with a sacred site, basically. So we could take care of these explorers or these invaders here by sacrificing our presence. That is not that useful, and it's kind of expensive. We have Pent Up Calamity. This is in general a very good card. It can be brokenly good if you have the right circumstances. But do we have any use for it in this game? Don't have that much token things going on here. I think this is not for this game. Here we have something interesting. Melt Earth into Quicksand. This is a threshold that we can meet. 2 for 2. We have Gift of Power, and then we just need 2 water. We can easily do that. We can in fact play it this turn if we wanted with the threshold. So what does that do? We have 1 fear and 6 damage and isolation. And we can play it on sand. And it also have water and earth, which means we can use it instead of wash away. It has the same elements, and we can still get the threshold. So we have these 2 powers basically are the ones that are interesting. We can meet the threshold only if we use Gift of Power, though. We can use it without the threshold together with this. And if we get 5 card plays, we should be able to hit both this threshold and damage 2 to each invaders. That is quite powerful. That can take care of a lot of cities. In fact, we do have 3 cities here and we don't know how to deal with them. This gives only energy basically right now, because we have a 0 range on that one. We can only take care of these, but this I can use immediately. And if I play this together with this, I have 2 damage here, and I can get 2 more from this one. So that means we could take care of all the cities. I like that. Let's try this one. We need to forget something. And maybe we will forget. This can be useful for the threshold. Maybe I throw away this one then. I think so, yeah. Let's do that. So that was the power card.
Play powers.
So now we can play these guys.
Fast powers.
Which means we can do 1 fear and 2 damage. And then we can do 2 damage. 1 more damage somewhere, maybe 1 more here. We have 1 energy. And now we can kill all the towns and cities in the slow phase here. So I think that might be worth it.
Blighted Island.
So we need to destroy a presence or forget the power. Would forget this one maybe. Or let's destroy this presence. It is far away.
Event.
Missionaries arrive. They teach and spread lessons of a foreign god. You may ignore their contact or curse their tongues. Now we have 3 sun and 1 energy, so we could do this option. I think we will do that. That's 1 energy that we might need, of course. Let's see, we are going to get 1 energy from this one. We get 2, 3. So at least we have the combo, even without that energy. So yeah, let's pay 1 and then we can do this one. Or can we can discard this, I guess. If we discard it, what does that mean? That will gives us 2 energy and we will not have to pay anything, but then we have 1 energy for this. It's the same thing basically. So I just better to be able to move the Dahan, and of course if I discard it I will lose this also, so that would not be good. So let's pay 1, and then what does happen? Each spirit adds 1 disease, this 1 disease here, 2 fear, and then they do more damage. That doesn't bother me. Prey on the unwary. Each beast destroys 1 explorer, add 1 to a board without 1.
Fear.
Immigration accelerates. Each player removes 1 explorer from a coastal land.
Ravage. Sends.
So we have Ravage, and that means we are going to take some Blight here. 3 Blight in fact, and that's the Ravage.
Build. Jungles.
So he will build. He will build here. No, he won't build here because this is isolated, remember? So this is useful because now he won't build, because we had a disease anyway, but now the disease is not consumed at least. And he will build a city here. And that should be the build.
Explore. Mountains and jungles.
So mountains and jungles. So he will explore with towns on the coast because he's Scotland. And when he explores in the inlands, only explores.
Slow powers.
So now we can kill these finally. So that felt good. Now we have only one blight left though. And he's going to ravage here and here, so that is a bit problematic. We have River's Bounty left. Where do we want to play that one? Well, we probably need reinforcement here, if any place. Yeah, let's just add one Mordahan here. One energy. We could also move these guys in, but I think I will leave them there. Yeah.
Turn 5. Grow phase.
So now we need to think, how can we solve this? We probably need a defense card, it seems like. Or something like that. To handle this dilemma. There's a lot of invaders. And he is going to ravage, and if he blight, we lose. So yeah, let's reclaim, gain energy, and get a power card. So we got defense 6. Is that enough? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not quite enough, but almost there. If we just can kill one explorer or something, it should be good. Yeah, let's take that one.
Play powers.
So we kind of need to play that. We also have this problem. We can take care of that with flash floods. We still have one explorer here, but we cannot really do something about. I guess we have to rely on the fear god. What else do we want to play here? We have 0 energy, so I guess we just play the 0 cost cards. Now we have Gift of Power. What do I want here? If I do this, we hit the innate, and this we hit the innate also. So maybe Gift of Power is better. I think so. Yeah, let's try this.
Fast powers.
So we need to kill that one. And let's defend 6 here. And then let's pray.
Blighted Island.
We need to discard something. Maybe I discard this one. It's only targetable in sands and wetlands. It is kind of useless now, isn't it? I don't think I will use it anymore, will I? Cannot really discard anything else. I can Dire Presence maybe, but that also hurts. I need my Sacred Size here. Oh, let's. I think this this power card has to go, I'm afraid.
Event.
Eager Explorers. Free level 1. After the first successful build action, add 1 explorer to an adjacent land without invaders. Okay. Push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beast. So that saved us actually. Now we can push. It is enough to push 1 explorer, right? Because it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have defense 6, so we should be able to kill those. So let's move him somewhere. What's going to happen next? Push up to 2 from a land. This is what we are doing now. And then we have 2 fear per land. So let's push him into the disease. And then we get 2 fear from this last effect.
Fear.
So we are still at fear level 1. Each player removes 1 explorer, 1 town from a land with 2 or more Dahan. So this is taken care of. Let's remove this town. And we are getting very close now to winning. Because if this is ravages, and if we just can take care of this one, we are done. We do have 2 more fear cards, so that could very well happen. Each player removes 1 explorer from a land with beast, disease, or at least 2 Dahan. That is not quite it, but let's remove this one then. And the last fear card. Defend 2 in all lands with presence. That is also not quite what I wanted, because this is not ravaging. So it will build here, unfortunately.
Ravage. Jungles.
But first is this ravage here, and this is defended 6 and 2. Let's defend 8, so nothing goes through. So that's 4 fear. So we have only 1 town left and 1 explorer.
Build. Mountains and jungles.
But before we go to the build, we also need to remember exports fuel. After the ravage step, add 1 town. That means a town here, I'm afraid.
Build. Mountains and jungles.
And now he builds, and that is not good news. That's a city here, town here. Yeah, that looks kind of ugly. And then we have eager explorers also. After the first successful build action, that was the event. So we need to add another explorer somewhere. Let's add him here.
Explore. Coastal lands.
And of course we have the coastal land explorer. It is that time of the year. So what do we have here? We have 2 towns and 1 explorer. So let's add the explorer here, because this will ravage and he will die. And then town and town. So we almost had him, but then he kind of ballooned up.
Slow powers.
So what do we have? We have kind of mana power. Let's do that first. We have Infested Aquifer, 1 damage to each, but it needs to have a disease. Otherwise we could add a disease. That's not that useful. We have a Strife. Okay, so what is going to happen here next turn? He's going to ravage a mountain and jungles. That looks ugly. And we cannot let anything go through. This looks like game over, but we do have defense 6. And we could play it here, for example, or here. So we do have that, and we have a push, 2 damage and push. We could take care of that problem with this innate. So we have defense 6. We kind of need another defend card. We do have this one. Drift down into slumber, defend 4 in a jungle. I guess we could use that here. That's 5 damage and defend 4. And we can use defend 6 here. That's 7 damage incoming. That's perfect. And that is actually really good. Can I play both of them? Should not be no problem. What else do I need here? I can push them. But where do I want to push these guys then? I don't want to push them in here. So what else do we have? Well, I think it has to be this one. This Advice is out of the question. this is just a strife. No, I think this one is what I have to do here. But first we have River's Bounty and this push here. So yeah, let's kill this one and push this one not in here, but let's push it here. And then we have River's Bounty, and now we need to think about, we need some Dahan in here, right? So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 2 Dahan in there. Let's move 1, and we get another Dahan and 1 energy. So that is enough to take care of this, and this should be enough to take care of that. And I think we can take care of that town with flash floods if I have energy enough.
Turn 6. Grow phase.
Let's see, we get 1 energy. We need to reclaim. Get a minor power. Let's see, we have 3 energy, that should be enough. Yeah. So this doesn't matter. Unless the event is bad. Or the fear card. Sometimes you lose in the fear card. That can happen. But let's take, I don't know, something. This gives energy. Song of Sanctity is kind of my colors. We can remove Blight with that one. Kind of like that. Even though it's not fast. This can also remove Blight. I don't think we will need to use it, but let's take it anyway.
Play powers.
So we are going to want to play Nature's Resilience, Drift Down into Slumber, and Flash Floods. And then we have a Seer cost card. It might be good to get energy if something happens. Yeah.
Fast powers.
So we destroy this one. We defend 6 here. And we defend 4 here. That should do it.
Blighted Island.
So we need to discard something. Let's discard this one.
Event.
Blight spreads. Of course we will die from the blight spreads. On each board add a blight to a land adjacent to a blight. Spirits may prevent this by destroying 2. Okay, so we are not quite dead. We can prevent that. And we have to do that. Which one do we want to prevent with? I guess we will keep the sacred site here. And we are down to 2 presses. Each beast destroy 1 explorer. And we get another Dahan here.
Fear.
So I think this is it, unless we get something very bad here. Each player chooses a different coastal land with Dahan in each 1 damage per Dahan. Do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do that, because this is already defended. I don't want another fear card. Let's safety first. Let's kill that explorer.
Ravage. Mountains and jungles.
Because this is defended 6 and he does 7 damage. So he is dead. And he is defended 4, so that means he's dead. So that's it. We actually managed to get through that. An interesting game, back and forth, but in the end we prevailed. So that was River versus Scotland, and next time is Habsburg, River versus Habsburg. If you're up to it, see you then.